don't have to answer that question.
Oh, I'll answer the fucking question. I absolutely ordered the fucking cold red because the cryptocurrency market was going to crash, and my audience and the rest of this YouTube sphere was about to be fleeced, heisted, and shysted by the criminal gangster cartel. You don't tell me up there on your pedestal, up there as the judge, that I don't have to fucking answer the question. I'll take this question head on. I stand behind and fully back and support my decision to issue that cold red to alert the jabronis that you're going to be fleeced, heisted, and shysted. Sunny, nice, comfortable, very late July the 31st on this late summer, 2/3 of the way through the summertime here in the great state of Michigan, right? It's a sunny day. Very low humidity, slight breezes out of the north and northwest. Some high overcast as I peek out the window. That's actually thickening overcast. Some high cumulus and some stratus, but a very nice day on the dog days of summer. And as we look into the coin market, nothing's really going on. You got the Bitcoin not really doing anything. Remember we put this out. So there's about a 3 out of 10 chance that we came up as we zoom out. We always say zoom out to a far out time frame and then work your way in to make it super simple and easy to trade this market. We showed our forecast that it was calling to come up to 40,000 and we did. And then we showed in an up and down fashion how on a 3 out of 10 chance you could come up and run up to this upper resistance. That's an ascending upper resistance, right? Up there, we'll put a little industry exclusive wavy line tool, drew the forecast out, and then we're going to clone this industry exclusive price labeling tool, right? Nobody else has this. And it's an ascending at 45,000. I said there was a 3 out of 10 chance that it could come up there just based on how things happen in the trading world, right? It's always possible to do that because you were pretty bigly oversold in Bitcoin down there. So that would be a nice pump, and then you straddle this for a few days to a week or two, right? And then you would crash, and you would have a big crash. And like we shown that in our drawing here, that's how we would lead into our first slower support in our new pattern that we're going to be transitioning into as we work our way through August. Mid to late August, we're going to bottom out at around $27,500. And then we're going to be in this descending triangle for a couple of months until where that circle area is, the purple circle area, early to mid-November, right around the 12th of November. We're going to have 50% crash, or a big crash that leads you down on your way as we zoom out a little bit more. That's going to lead your way down to 20,000, and then it's going to be a huge crossroad. Yeah, actually, it's going to go below 20,000. You're going to crash from about 30,000 down to about 18,000. It's almost a 50% crash in early to mid-November, and then we need to have this down here a little bit. You're going to crash to there, about $17,000. And then you're going to have a crossroad. Do you get a big oversold bear market rally that could be potentially, as we close out the year, from around $17,000? And then you have a nice 100% pump back to 36,000. And then everyone's all happy, getting rich, thinking it's going to 100, and then it rolls over again. Or do you have this massive consolidation down there that's circled, and then out of that consolidation, you crash and come to the bottom part of get my shit together box. There's going to be a crossroads there, but we're not sure yet on exactly how that's going to play out because we know after this crash, there would be some kind of bounce, but we're not sure yet. Our track is leading up here, but as we get closer and get into this crash, we will start transitioning as we work our way through this future forecasted area. Once we're midway through here, we will start updating what we think is going to go on after that crash down here, right? And then we'll start showing you the best track if it's going to be down and how it's going to get there, or if it's going to be up and then down and how it's going to get there, right? But we got to work our way into that because we're still right almost at the beginning to where we got a few more weeks left in the mid-August before we're going to crash down to our $27,000 to start this descending triangle that I have labeled out for you right there beautifully in a super simple and easy way to trade this market. Fuck. I need those to get off. Actually, what we need to do is this. Here we go. I want you guys to see this because this is what we're going into. There's where we just came out over the industry exclusive pointer tool over there. And this is where we're going to go, right? See that? Got your upper resistance that's going to be there. And then you got your lower support that's going to be there, right? And that's what you're going to be trading into. But we got a few more weeks until we crash down and hit our $27,000 lower support for the first time. And then as we work our way through the rest of August and into September, we'll have some pumps, and then we'll have dumps down to upper resistance and lower support. And then we'll trade in this range as we work our way through October into a tightening range. So you'll have a big, right now, you had a big shoot up. You're still moving up, and then you're going to have big shoot down, and then more big shoots up as you go through mid-August. And then as you go into late August and early September and crash, these ranges, as you work your way into September now, are going to get tighter and tighter. And then at the end of September and into October, it's going to be a very tight range for a few weeks. Where, yeah, there's still 15 or 20% pumps, but they're not going from 44,000 to 27 to 34 to 26 to 31. Now they're still sitting back at the 27, but only getting to 28, then going back to 26. You know, then it's a very tight range as you work your way through October, and then the late October till the crash happens, right? And then as you work your way into early November around old Vincenzo's birthday, you're going to have a major Bitcoin crash, and then we'll diagnose, sniff out, and detect what's going to happen on the next consolidation down south of 20,000 and in and around 20,000, right? That's where you're going in Bitcoin. That's your next 4-month forecast in Bitcoin. It's going to be spot on. The Doge coin. What are you doing in the Doge coin? It's not really doing anything. It's kind of doing what I think it's just going to start straddling this lower resistance now, because you can see we called that pump there. We can get that out of there. The price action's moved on. Fuck, how do I get out of that zoomed in phase that I'm in? I don't remember. I remember zooming in, and I don't know how to zoom back out. Yeah, whatever. Figure that out at a later time. That's why this shit sticks out so far. But the Doge, that's what the Doge is going to do. It's just going to trade down that. Quant's not doing anything today. XLM, it's still trading in this range. We're at the upper end of the range again. See that? Tried to break out again. Still think it's going to break out, right? But it's getting coiled up now. It's got a couple more days that it can dance around in this nonsense. But it's just dancing in quant or in XLM, and then what's some of this other shit you guys like? Oh, my man that sells the dirty cheeseburgers at McDonald's for some drugs. He likes Dent. We'll give him a quick Dent. See, Dent just kind of didn't do anything in this. It just traded its way out. Sometimes they don't break huge up or down, they just trade their way out. And they trade their way out of a pattern. So then you just extend and you start forming the Vincenzo'S industry exclusive quadrant section. When they just trade their way out of an area, you just extend those because it's not done. It's just rotated its way through the quadrant. And up here, we were in the west quadrant, and then we worked our way into the southern quadrant, straight through into the eastern central, eastern northern quadrant now. So this is how you do this now, and you're going to have a trading range. And now you're being forced down below that 0.024 cents since it didn't want to make a massive move. So now you got to see, can it break this upper resistance, or does it come back to lower support, then upper resistance? You're rotating through this now. So you're just going to be playing between support and resistance. We'll put some price labels up here for you. Industry exclusive. So your first support, upper resistance, is 0.025, right? If you can't break that, which you got rejected by it, and we're going to clone that, and it forced you down towards the moving averages, your lower support is 0.02364, right? These are your two levels to watch. And then your way upper resistance is way up there at 0.02577. So 2577 upper resistance. 2509 is the local upper resistance to where you just got rejected from now, and your lower support is 2364. So quite the range because you're in this quadrant. It's an industry exclusive quadrant, and you're going to work your way through just like you worked your way through like this on the western quadrant, and then you rotated through the central and southern quadrant. And the eastern quadrant now, you're going to do something similar to this as you work your way through it. And as you get later and later into this, it's going to get even more volatile because the ranges are going to be widening. So you're going to start to get lots of volatility over here. It's going to be lots of opportunities to make money and Dent in this area after they dump and pump and dump, because you have a big area that you can trade in as time goes on, as you work your way through the eastern quadrant of our quadrant system, industry exclusive Vincenzo'S quadrant, right? Like, subscribe, and share. Enjoy your beautiful weekend if you're anywhere around the Great Lakes states. It's a very nice weekend. Peace and love. Peace and love.